Big Brave Business YouTube channel. We're excited to introduce you to another awesome friend this week. Introduce yourself and tell us who you are.
Hi, you guys. I'm Bernie Espinosa, and I'm the Vice President and Sales Manager for Lawyers Title and Grand Canyon Title in Phoenix, Arizona, which is a closing services provider in the real estate space.
How badass does that sound?
That's
awesome. Like a badass every time you're like, I'm the Vice President.
One of these days, I would like to just say that I'm, effectively unemployed on purpose.
Right? Don't we all? Don't we all? Well, are you excited? Are you ready to do rapid fire questions?
Yes, I'm super excited and really honored. You know how much I adore the both of you. And so this is so cool. I love the format. And, I almost feel like I'm on a game show. Like, I hope I get the answers right. I'm like, oh, wait, they're my answers. So
That's awesome. Well, Sarah's going to head us off. Go ahead, Sarah.
What is some of the worst advice you have ever received?
That I talk too much.
Yeah, that's bad advice.
That is really bad advice. What did you have for breakfast?
I don't usually eat breakfast. I usually just do an espresso that I make at home with some collagen powder. And then I break my fast at noon, and then that's when I feed my face.
What are 3 things you're really good at?
Oh gosh, you guys, what are 3 things that I'm really good at? Talking too much.
Talking was my mind too.
I would say that I think it's also something I'm good at, and probably my Achilles heel is I can see more for people than they see for themselves. I've always been very good at sales. And what else am I good at, you guys? I don't know. You tell me. I'm actually very artistic. I don't do a lot with that anymore, but I've always been very creative and artistic.
You have really good art behind you.
Oh, yes. My rock stars.
And
really
the life
cool.
is beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say you also dress really well. Like,
Yeah.
I've never
thank
seen
you.
you and been like, oh, that's a bad outfit choice. You always dress well.
Oh, thank you. Well, that's so funny. I went to the Fashion Institute of Design, so I've always been a girl about fashion. Not that I'm fashionable, but I've always liked clothes. So,
I love that. What were you like as a kid?
okay, this is funny. I was extremely shy. Yes, I was extremely shy, middle child. I have an older brother and a younger sister, and I was really, really, really shy. I mean, when my mom would drop me off for kindergarten, I would cry. She would stand in the back of the room and wait for me, and I'd keep turning around to see if she was still there. But yeah, I was painfully shy until junior high. Kind of interesting because I'm completely not now.
Yeah, you've evolved.
Yes, I've evolved.
What is one of your go-to weeknight dinners?
Go to weeknight dinner. Okay. I mean, I really hope they go public. Maybe they are public, but Salad and Go. I love Salad and Go. So if it's not Salad and Go, I'm probably making a salad. And then, on the occasional evening, sometimes dinner is a nice, glass of tequila.
Yes. Yes.
Only good tequila, though.
Who is your business mentor?
Gosh, that is so good. Well, there's a lot of really good ones out there, but I'm going to tell you, my very first amazing business mentor is nobody famous. Her name is Kelly Shulman. She was a publisher at a magazine, and it was the first time I'd ever won. I call it winning because it was a highly sought after position in my town. But it was my first professional job. I came from waitressing and bartending and working in retail, and this was my first job with a national publication. And Kelly was the publisher, and I just thought she was such a badass. I just she was boss babe before there was a hashtag for it. So Kelly Shulman, shout out to her. I learned a ton from her. She was very critical of me too, by the way, very critical of me. But always in a positive way. She truly wanted to see me succeed. And so, gosh, I got that job when I was in my early 20s, and I'm 52 now, and we still stay in touch.
That's awesome.
So Kelly Shulman, shout out to her. She was the number one most influential business person in my life when I first got into my career.
Those are big words.
That is big words.
That's awesome.
Yes.
If you could donate $100,000 to any cause or charitable organization, where would you donate it?
I would donate it to Fresh Start for women. I mean, there's a lot of other really great organizations out there, but it just came to mind because we were talking about fashion earlier, and one of my college projects at the Fashion Institute was a company called Attire for Hire, which would be reused clothing for women that are entering the workplace. And
Yeah,
so I feel like Fresh Start for Women is a great organization for, um, you know, investing in the women community.
I love that. I love that so
Yeah.
much.
You guys, there's so many other organizations. I mean, $100,000. I mean, there's so many people out there hungry and homeless too. So
Yeah, it's true. It's hard to pick one.
it's hard.
Um, where do you consider home?
I call Phoenix home now. I've been here since 2000, but I was born in San Francisco, California, and I moved up to Northern California when I was about 5 or 6 years old and really grew up in a little town called Chico, which is about 80 miles north of Sacramento. And I call it a little town, but it was a pretty rowdy little town. We had a good time there. But that's where I graduated from high school and all of that. So that's where my father's memorial is. My dad passed away in 2007. And some of my closest girlfriends are gals that I met in elementary school when I lived in Chico, and we still stay in touch. So home for me is now Phoenix, but I guess an homage to home would be Chico, California.
That's awesome.
What is one of your 5-year goals or visions for yourself, your life, or your business?
Wow, 5 years from now will put me at 57. Wow. That's in and of itself. I just need a minute. So I would really, I think at that juncture, be on the verge of or already engaged in some sort of entrepreneurial venture. So I have a huge passion for emotional intelligence, and so my brain waves keep swimming around that subject matter as a plausible business, and so. I keep making notes. I have a pretty good idea of what I want to do with it, but it hasn't happened yet. And so you just gave me a great way to make it a 5-year goal. And, you know, so
Yeah.
yeah, I think that in 5 years, I'd love to see some sort of platform that I get to build and be an entrepreneur of that's based in emotional intelligence.
That's
How
awesome.
boring
And
is
I could
that?
totally. No, that's awesome. Are you kidding me?
We're your people. We're your people. That's not. That's welcome here.
So, what is your favorite vacation spot?
Oh gosh, such great questions. Okay, I love to travel, and I feel like wherever I go, someplace is my newest favorite place. Um, I mean, I always love going to Mexico. Mexico is an easy getaway, right? Whether it's Cabo, Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, Mexico is always a fun getaway. I think some of my all-time favorite trips. I'll tell you, one of the most memorable adventures I ever had was 16 days in Peru, and it was bananas incredible. I did a 9-day trek through the Andes, and anything with mountains is always going to be a top, option to me. But I guess I wouldn't say it's my favorite place to travel, but it was definitely one of the most memorable trips I've ever been on. And I went by myself. It was bananas.
Wow. That's
Yeah. So
so cool.
yeah, it was awesome.
What is one habit, activity, or trick
That helps you self regulate.
I have my morning ritual, and my morning ritual I'm very proud of because it's very hard to be consistent in your life, right? Whether you're single, parents, it's hard to kind of, first of all, it's hard finding your rhythm, and then it's hard finding the ritual and then sticking to it. So I think that what helps me self regulate is I get up pretty much every morning at 4:30. I exercise at 5 a.m. I get home and I take care of my dogs, Dose and Tress. I'm sure you can hear them tapping around. And then I do my meditation, my devotional time, and I set, gratitude, intentions, and prayers. And then I get ready for my day. But that without that time, I don't, I feel off. Like if I ever have a morning where I don't get to do my rituals, I just don't feel like, I'm like, what's going on with me today? Like something's not right. But yeah, that's my self regulation. Those are big factors for me, and it took me years to kind of. It sounds so simple. It took me years and years to really get into the commitment of it because commitment, man, it's a slippery sucker, right? Commitment because it's doing what you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. And so when you make a commitment to your morning rituals that help you with your self regulation, um, and then you're like, I don't feel like doing it today, it you defeat the whole purpose of it, right? You got to do it on the days where it feels good and it doesn't feel good, because that self-regulation always feels good.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean by regulation? Self-regulation? Okay, good.
Yeah, that
Good.
was a great answer. And I need more. I need that light in my life ASAP. That like
That's
Yes.
why she's gonna start
Yeah.
her emotional
Emotional intelligence.
intelligence.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, seriously, and that ritual for me over the years has kind of morphed. So my devotional time has kind of ebbed and, like, it kind of adjusts, like right now I'm on 189 days straight of reading the Bible.
that's
Commitment.
awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I'll tell you what, that's a really good book. The stories, I'm telling you, I mean, who needs Hollywood? Just read the Bible. I mean, there is some seriously crazy shit in there.
Definitely classic. Definitely some classic literature.
It
Yes.
is. So when did you first feel successful in your business?
That is what I was gonna ask.
It's a good
Oh
one.
my gosh. How do God, I hope I'm successful one day. Like, I just work hard every day. And I feel as though the minute you believe you're successful, no, how do I say that? I think that the minute you think you're great, you're not. You know what I mean? And so, over the course of time, the definition of success morphs for all of us. To me, the definition of success is like, am I happy? Am I in the place that I want to be? And there's all these different iterations and chapters where sometimes you go and achieve the things that you think will make you feel successful. And then when you have them, you're like, what's the big deal? Right?
Yeah.
Because I do think that we all go through phases in our life where sometimes we define that moment of success as being material. Not material meaning materialistic, but a certain level of income, a certain owning a home, a certain car, like whatever, right? So I think that I want to believe that I've been successful since I came out the womb, because I had a great, family life and whatnot. But I guess for me, I felt successful when I talked about Kelly at the publishing company. And I think that was my first real taste of success, because I see it today when people are taking that leap of faith, going from waitressing, bartending, or working in retail, working at a coffee shop, and then they get that first different kind of job, that professional gig, and they don't have anything to wear because they're like, I wear shorts to work every day because I serve coffee, or So I think for me, it was when I got the job at the publishing company, because there had been about 60 applicants, and everybody had more experience than me, and they took a chance on me. So I went through like 3 or 4 different interviews, and I will say this: I had just had ankle surgery for an accident that I got into, and so I had to show up. I showed up at my interview with crutches. I would not like call and say that I wasn't going to make it in. They're like, "What is going on?" I'm like, "I got in an accident." And then later that night, after the interview, my soon-to-be boss, I hadn't received the job yet. I saw her at a bar, and I was doing shots of tequila in this bar, and I get this tap on the back of my shoulder. I'm like, "Oh, hi!" Like, and I still got the job. So, I mean, I guess there's something to be said for being yourself, be authentic, and always do the things that you love. I love tequila, so. But I think that that was like my first little, I think probably um, awareness to having a moment of success was getting that job.
As beautiful of a place to end as that would be, we have to do one of our 2 favorite questions. So I'm gonna end on one of our 2 favorite questions. You have such beautiful, articulate answers. So tell us, Bernie, what's one of your biggest pet peeves?
Oh, one of my biggest pet peeves: food noises.
Mm,
Not
that'll do it.
yum, but like when I'm with my sister and she doesn't know that her mouth makes this clicking noise when she chews.
That's not the ASMR that you're looking for.
No. No.
I'm
That's
just kidding.
horrible.
But food noises are kind of up there. And I'm sure I make them too. Like, or when somebody really guzzles water, I know I do it because people will laugh at me, and you're just like, what's going on?
Yeah. I feel
Um,
that.
but I will say, in a more, help yourself type of pet peeve kind of place. Honesty. Honesty and belief, right? When people don't believe or people are not honest.
Yeah.
So, whether it's with themselves, outwardly, honesty is a big pet peeve for me.
Great answers, Brady. I'm just going to ask you a list. I love this. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you guys. This is so fun.
This has been a blast. This is a really, really good one. And for you watching, we release new videos every Wednesday. So make sure you like this video because Bernie is amazing and her answers were
Like it.
Let us know you liked it. And also make sure you subscribe so you don't miss our future episodes. And you can check out the podcast as well every Tuesday anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Bye, everybody.
Okay, see
Thank
you
you guys so much. It was so awesome.